USDA selected.
Alright, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This one's going to be played on Medusa. I just ate a bologna sandwich. I had plenty of water, so I'm ready for another long TVT, if it is going to be that. Down here in beige or white, whatever. Down here at the 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock position is Hwasin. So that means up at the 10 o'clock position, again, in green, is Mind. A very, very similar map to Tears of the Moon, although the middle is not buildable, so we will not be seeing a lot of turrets in the middle, like the last game. Yep, so it was pretty standard play from both in the first. I'd like to actually see some cheese in a TVT. I haven't seen it in a long time. I actually watched one of Mind's games not too long ago because a lot of people have been saying that he has standard play. So I wanted to find a good example of Mind cheese. When I found a good one in the OSL when he cheesed against Midas. He built 2 barracks right in the natural expansion of Midas, and Midas just never scouted it until it was too late. So scouting in TVT is very important. You do not want to get 2 barracks coming at you. That's for sure. Looks like we're going to see standard from both this time, though. Both supply depots going down inside the bases. That supply depot perfectly placed for Mind, so that the SCVs will mine just a little bit faster. It's just these little things in mirror matchups definitely make a huge difference. You saw that in the last game when Hwasin went for one Wraith. One single Wraith, and that one Wraith pretty much won him the game because Mind had less tanks out, and he was forced to deviate from his Vulture strategy, I believe. So, looks like Hwasin is coming out here to scout. Oh, he's putting down a command center. So Hwasin going very, very early command center. Going to try to get a big economic advantage here. So that means that I'm not sure what Mind is going to do here. He's sending out his SCV, and we'll see if he scouts or goes for his command center as well. Looks like he is going to scout, so he's definitely not putting up his command center. He's putting up a supply depot behind his base, going to make sure he doesn't get cheesed. I do not see Hwasin doing the same thing, but neither player is cheesing right now. I think Mind actually probably would have done a lot of damage if he had tried it. But Mind is definitely going to scout this position last, so I think this is going to give Hwasin a big economic advantage here. See the gas finally going up for Hwasin right now. He's going to be very, very behind on his factory, but I think if he defends this natural expansion, it's going to be pretty much over for Mind. An economic advantage is very, very huge in a mirror matchup. It's the same in PvP, really, and ZVT. If a Zerg player manages to get an expansion up, it's pretty much over for the other player. But anyway, let's see what's going on here. Mind is finally going to scout this. I'd like to see the look on his face when he sees this expansion already up and running. I think he's putting up his own expansion right now, but this was so much earlier than his. So Mind finally putting down his command center. Going to try to catch up. I think it could be a little bit too late, though. I think he should use his military advantage and push in right now. Try to get some damage done. Hwasin doesn't have a whole lot to defend. He only has Marines. So if some Vultures came down the map, I think that could help Mind a lot. But looks like Mind is getting his machine shop. I'm not sure if he built anything before he built the machine shop. Yep, there's a Vulture, although there is a bunker there, so the bunker will be able to fend off the Vulture. And if he needs to, Hwasin can go and repair that barracks, so that's no big deal. Vulture is one of the weakest units in StarCraft, flinging their little Vulture bike balls at people. But looks like Starport going up again for Hwasin, so Hwasin I think he's actually going to go for something like Wraiths this time. I don't think he's going to fake out this time. I think he's going to go for either drop ships or wraiths. I think he's going to stick to it. But looks like Mind is going for a big army here. He's putting down his armory. He's getting Goliath out again, so you never know. This might be another fake out. I think Hwasin either way is going to benefit from this. The second gas going down for Hwasin already. So my guess is he is going to go for a lot of wraiths here. At least get enough wraiths out to do some significant economic damage, at least. There's the barracks finally floating off. That poor vulture, what should I call it? Rider? Sure. Vulture pilot? Yeah, it is a floating unit, so yeah, I guess he is a pilot. Anyways, the Terran armory coming over here for Mind. And looks like Hwasin, he doesn't have a whole lot to defend his front. I think if Mind organizes a big enough force, he might be able to do a nice timing push and break the front here. Here comes a Wraith. And I think Hwasin might actually be thinking about moving out right now with his Wraith and his couple of tanks and Marines. That's a very interesting push from him. He's flying around with his Wraith. I'm not sure if he's going to scout with this or try to do some economic damage. I don't think he'll get a whole lot of economic damage done here, but he could try at least. Looks like he is going to camp out here, try to do some damage. Oh, I'm not sure what he's doing. He's flying around. I think he probably could have taken out an SCV if he tried hard enough there. But the Goliaths are probably out for Mind at this point. And here comes the force from both players going to the middle, so this is going to be an interesting fight. Wraith versus tank. Nah, it's not going to work out too well for Mind. That Wraith is still alive, and I do not see any Goliaths out here for Mind. Not sure if Mind is refusing to go for Goliaths after the last game or what. But he's going. There come the Goliaths, so he's going to try to take out this Wraith and stop it from injuring the tanks. And I think that Mind is thinking about taking another expansion up there at the 2 o'clock position. I see green blob on the map there. I think he's going to try to build another command center and get an economic advantage at least. But he's being forced to retreat here. He's coming down with some SCVs again. He's going to try to get some damage done with those. It's a ragtag group here. Goliath tanks and SCVs running down the map. And Hwasin's going to see this with his barracks, so he's going to be able to know that this is coming. It looks like Mind, I think, might be trying to run past this force. I think he is trying to run past the force. No, it looks like he's going to try to take him on head on, but it's not going to look too good for him with those siege tanks there. The more tanks coming in. It looks like he's doing a pretty good job taking out these tanks, but he just doesn't have enough tanks to deal with this, I don't think. Everything's starting to go down now. Hwasin, he has SCVs there repairing his tanks, so he definitely took that battle.